welcome to Kate's Kitchen Party. Today I am chatting with Chad.
Hey.
Hey. I really like to give people a chance to introduce themselves and kind of say hello to the
Okay.
the
What's my camera? This one?
That's
This
the
one? This
one.
one? Yeah, all right. I'm Chad Noonan. I'm a Brockville local, a native. I grew up in Toledo. I'm a stand-up comic. I'm a creative director at BD Film. Yeah, I do a bunch of different things. Try to make people laugh and do my own podcasting and stuff like that. It's fun. I'm flying by the seat of my pants is what I'm
That's
doing every day.
the best way to live life.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the best way to live life. I'm not great at spontaneity.
Right.
But I feel like it's something I'm working on. I feel like if I surrounded myself with more spontaneous people, I would probably. I'm an introvert, right? I like to be at home.
Yeah.
I like to cocoon.
Oh, not me. If I have like one night, like last night, I was home alone. I didn't have my kid or anything, and I was like, well, I felt like I was going crazy. Like I
Really?
just don't know
That's like my
what
dream.
to do. Really? Oh no, I hate it, and I
Yeah.
hate like over planning things.
Yeah, I don't like that though.
Yeah,
No.
like especially like a trip or something. Like I don't love. Yeah, I don't like to know every like I
Yeah,
don't
me
want like
neither.
an itinerary.
No,
for
me
a
neither.
trip,
No.
you know?
And so my family, I don't know if you know this about us, but we're a multi-generational household, right? So Bill's parents live in our house. Like, they
Okay.
live with us. And whenever we have somewhere to go or like we have to do something, especially if it involves the kids, his mom is like uber planner.
Right.
She'll have their medications like all sorted in like individual cups per night.
Yeah.
Right? And she'll like everything is planned to the T. And it stresses me
Oh, yeah.
out. I'm just like, I love it.
Yeah.
It's so helpful in the moment.
Right.
Because I struggle a lot with organization.
Yeah.
But like while she's planning, I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
It stresses me out so much.
I grew up that way too. Like my mom was like an ultra planner. Like everything is like perfect all the time. And I think maybe that's why I've deviated so the other way. They're like, I remember
that's your rebellious streak.
Yeah. When I work, not planning.
Yeah.
I don't do my taxes.
Screw you, Mom.
Yeah. I remember I used to work in the nonprofit sector, and I had like a week of holidays, and I worked with like all these women around my mom's age who like grew up like really planning stuff, and I was taking a week of vacation. They're like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to go to New York City, I think. I don't know. They're like, do you have like your hotel booked? I was like, no,
Nope.
I'll like do that the day before.
Yeah. Best
maybe.
deals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I'm not. Yeah, maybe when I get there, I'll just shop it around a little bit. And they were just blown away. They were like, how do you
They can't handle it.
function?
Yeah.
I was like, it's more fun.
100% that's how I plan things too.
I would love to go to the airport one day and just like pick a flight.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And I've heard that people do that. They'll be like, I'm booking a week off in the summer, but they don't like make any plans at all.
Right.
And then they'll just look on, like, or the day before, they'll look on like the travel deal sites and they'll just pick the cheapest one. Or they'll just at random, they'll just go.
Yeah, whatever deal.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've never taken it that far. But and now there's like businesses, I get them like advertised to me all the time that do that for you. That you like, but that feels like cheating to me.
A little bit.
Where like you open it while you're at the airport is like the thing, and then it has like all your itinerary set out for your trip. And I was like,
amazing,
that's not the same.
That's still very organized.
Yeah.
So the closest thing I ever did to that, so the very first time I traveled by myself, it wasn't my choice.
Right.
I have two older brothers. My oldest brother has always been like my Yoda.
Okay.
And so one day he calls me up and he's like, how you doing? I was like, nah, it was winter. I was like I've always kind of struggled with mood and stuff. And he's like, you need a trip. And I was like, yeah, I need a trip. That would be really nice. But I'm, again, an introvert. I am not the person that's going to go book a trip.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to travel and you need to travel by yourself. I was like, no. He goes, well, here's the deal. I'm going to book your trip for you if you don't do it by such and such a date. And I'm not telling you where I'm sending you. And you're going to get like zero details. So if you want control over this situation, you're going to have to like do it.
Yeah.
So I had no choice. I had to book I booked a tour through, it's Kentucky Tours, like 30 and under people.
Yeah.
And It was amazing.
Where'd you go?
I went to Europe.
Nice.
I traveled through, we landed in Rome and then went to England. I hung out in London, met my tour group there, and then we went across the English Channel to France, saw
That's very
Paris,
cool.
Versailles, like all kinds of stuff. And then we traveled by train overnight. That was wild.
Yeah?
On Train Italia.
Like a sleeper cabin or
Oh
whatever?
my
Yeah?
God. Yeah, so the sleeper cabin, the way that the chairs work, so there's like 3 benches, right? Or like
Yeah.
2 benches, sorry, facing each other. And they're like 3-seaters with like these armrests. And then like the bench kind of like folds up in this like weird way. I can't
Right.
remember what. And so I was on the bottom rung, and when I scooched into the bed, the armrest was like right at my nose, and I
Yeah.
couldn't move. So I was like lying there. I was like, I'm not sleeping. So we
You-
ended up just drinking wine
There you go. That's
and
what
talking,
you do in Italy.
literally talking all night. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Everybody in the cabin next to you.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
keep it
it was the
down.
best. And I was
Yeah.
with a bunch of people from like all over the world, and you know
Yeah,
what we
that's
ended
the
up talking
best.
about?
What's that?
Trailer Park Boys.
Really?
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
I knew it's starting to like gain popularity in the US, but I didn't
Yeah.
realize it's like
No, that was
it's
what we
that
talked about.
popular everywhere.
And literally every time I said the word "a," which I say a lot,
Yeah,
apparently,
you don't realize how much you say it. Yeah.
they would all go
Yeah.
"a."
That's so great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those experiences. I went and I worked at the Olympics in 2010.
That's cool.
And I worked in a team of like 8 people, and I was the only Canadian. And we were all from a different country, all 8 of us. There was somebody from Holland, Ireland, the UK, China. Anyways, it was amazing. That
That's
was like
so
one of the best
cool.
experiences of my life. Just like
Yeah.
having to work in a team where everybody's from a different part of the world. I've never experienced that. And I don't think a lot of people have.
Did everybody speak English?
Everybody spoke
Or
like, like you had to speak a little
little
bit of
okay.
English or French to get the job, but they all had like pretty okay. Like
Yeah.
it was good. Like
That is so cool.
yeah, it was the best.
So what'd you do? Like, what was your job?
Well, my job was I worked in the athletes village. I was like part of the, I don't know, like security concierge team kind of thing. Like, so
Huh.
if an athlete needed help with anything, we like literally like bringing in their bags to the thing.
That is
Like
so
they
cool.
needed something. It was very cool. It was awesome. But my shift was midnight to 10 a.m.
Oh.
4 days a week, which was great.
Oh, you like that? Okay.
I loved it. I didn't have to do much work.
Like on the inside, I was
And
like,
then I
"Ugh."
got to go to like all the Olympic events in the
Oh,
day.
that's
Because
fair.
when I got off at 10 a.m.,
Okay.
the events were just starting, and I would go and then I'd sleep. Yeah, it
And
was
you
the
just
best.
didn't sleep.
Yeah, I didn't sleep. Yeah, basically the 2 weeks of the Olympics, I just like went to
Yeah.
events, had a great time. Yeah, it was awesome. It was great. I loved
Like,
it.
how did that happen though?
Oh,
Like,
it was
how did you-
crazy. I'm very much like a risk taker. I don't like. I'm very much like I'm just gonna say yes. I'm gonna like. There's been
Do
multiple times in my life where I've like quit my job and gave everything up just to like pursue something, you know. And that was
That's-
like I was working for the city of Brockville. I had like a full-time job,
Yeah.
and then my girlfriend at the time lived in Ottawa. I would have been like 22, maybe around there, and she lived with a bunch of roommates, and one of her roommates was like, "Hey," I was just up visiting for a couple days. She's like, one of her roommates was like, "Hey, can I get a ride?" I was the only person with a car. I have this job interview in Gatineau. And I was like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll give you a ride. I have nothing going on today." "What's the job interview for?" She's like, "It's to work at the Olympics." And I was like, "Oh, I would love to do that. I love the Olympics." So I printed off a resume, and I was
Yeah.
just wearing like this, like literally like jeans and a
Yeah.
hoodie. And I drove her to the interview, and I sat in the waiting room while she went in for her interview. And then the guy comes out who's doing the interview, and he goes, "Okay, who's next?" And I'm just like, "Me." And I came with my resume, and again, I was like dressed like a bum,
Mhm.
and I was like so passionate about it that they hired me like on the spot. So then I like quit my job and just went and worked at the Olympics for 3 months.
So
Yeah.
the second you said that she was going to apply and you were driving her there, my burning question is, did she get the job?
She did get the job,
Okay.
but she got a shorter contract than me. Like
Oh,
I was literally
no.
working on the Olympics for like 3-4 months. Like I
Yeah.
did set up, tear down, like everything. And she did like just the 3 weeks of the actual Olympics.
Right, sorry about that. There's a bit of technical difficulties, and we're just going to blame my producer, Maddie Boland, who's been working for Coachco for 19 years. It wasn't actually his fault, but we're just going to blame him him that
First mistake in 19 years.
first mistake in 19 years.
Never made one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it happened to be on your episode. So
That's all right.
I don't know how you feel
a
about
19-year
that.
run is pretty good. That's better than most.
Yeah. So congratulations to Matt Bullen on 19 years as the coach ago.
Mistake free.
And only one mistake. Yeah. So we were talking about you being at the Olympics, you getting a longer contract.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's where we left off before Matty Bullen screwed everything up. For
Right.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Olympics was awesome. It was like the best experience of my life. I kind of have like a joke where the day, so I didn't get tickets to see Sidney Crosby score the golden goal, the famous Canadian moment. I had a ticket in my hand to go.
Yeah.
Like somebody was like, here it is. Like a person was selling it. They're like $800. And I regret that all the time, because
but like,
$800, I've blown $800 so many times, and that's like one of the greatest moments ever,
Yeah.
But
butterfly effect. Like, let's go back in time. You say, yeah, I'm spending the $800. You buy the ticket. He
They might not
doesn't
have
make
won.
that goal.
Exactly, because I'm there.
So, really, you won Canada.
You're welcome, Canada.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all
You're
because
welcome.
Chad said no.
Yeah.
You're being fiscally responsible.
Exactly.
It led to a gold.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a great experience.
Thank
so,
you.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
So that is kind of a regret though. Like I get it. I get it.
We all have those moments.
And weirdly, so this is how my brain works. In my head, I went on this really weird tangent while you were talking, and it has nothing to do with the Olympics. It has nothing to do with anything we were talking about. But I had this memory about this one time I was dating somebody, and I really wanted to break up with them, and I didn't know how, because he was like super invested in the relationship, and I was like, where's the shoot? Like, where's the string to pull my shoot? And he previously had worked on a cruise line.
Okay.
As he did like sound and tech for their shows on the cruise lines, and he had a job offer to go. And I don't know why this popped into my head while you're talking. Probably because you're talking about like going away or like whatever best, And I was like, oh, you can't turn this job opportunity down. I was like, you really need to go work. On this cruise line. What a great job. Yeah. And he's like, it is a really great job. And he ended up going. And I was like, oh my God.
Thank
Praise.
God.
Yeah. It was
it was like a 4-day contract.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, I just did not know how to get out of that one. So timing is everything.
That
right?
makes sense. You don't want to timing is everything. Yeah. I always feel like I've had a lot of those opportunities in my life to like go for something, and like every time I have, where like somebody's like, I don't know, you got to think about the future and stuff. I'm like, it's always worked out for me.
It's always worked out.
Yeah. It's always kind of been
But
good.
I feel like it probably just speaks to your ability to adapt.
Yeah.
Right? So not all just like the universe just handing you, like also you seizing the opportunity and like running with it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's my whole kind of thing, is like just like I spent like 2022 just kind of like saying yes to like every opportunity that I saw
like
or came out just to like see what would happen. In life,
I did that for a year too.
Yeah.
It ended up with me going out a lot with my friends.
Right. Yeah.
Because I was like, yes, okay, let's go. Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
That's kind of how I started in stand up. Like I did it a bit in my 20s and stuff, but that's how I like it really like took off for me. Like doing stand up is literally, I was just like, I said yes to like every show I got offered, and then it just like snowballed from there. So yeah.
I want to talk more about that. We're going to take a quick break.
Okay, cool.
This one's planned.
All right, perfect.